be able to tell, where bias can be located. Every source has a bias. So, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I answered your question completely.
Yeah, I mean, this topic could go around and round, forever. And at the end of the day, people are going to believe what they want to believe, and they're going to perceive what they want to perceive, no matter how much evidence you give someone or something on any topic. If someone has their mind made up about something, they have their mind made up. All we can do is present the most logical, factual evidence we have, and just go on with it. Maybe we could go around and round with it. Closing out. If you could just address, what do you think about people come and misrepresenting Islam here in America and this whole terrorist thing? If you could give us, wrap that up for us in about 3 minutes here.
So, first of all, I would like to say that, any religion, is really a way of thinking. So dealing with the Islamic way of thinking, we know that just personally, we don't always live up to the ideals that we profess. We just hope that we can work on that, and we can help other people work on that as well. So with people misrepresenting Islam, terrorism, things like that, I mean, my views are probably a little bit unorthodox on that, but I think that a lot of the misrepresentation is purposeful. It's done by people in power, particularly government bodies, police agencies, and things like that, for a particular sort of goal that who knows what it is. And really, the Muslims are caught in the crosshairs, and a lot of Muslims haven't really caught on to this fact. I think the Muslims that have caught on to it the most have been African American Muslims, and that's because of the particular history that we have in this country. Going back, of course, to the days of slavery, and so probably the most recent, I'll say one of the most recent interactions that we have had, was the civil rights movement and the Black Power movement, and so we know that there was a lot of intelligence operations going on, like COINTELPRO, and all this has been and all this has been reinvented to attack the Muslims under countering violent extremism, CVE, and other sort of measures that law enforcement are taking to really intimidate Muslims, to collect intelligence and to frame them, and probably keep the American public from really knowing what's going on in the world.
Keep them in a state of fear.
Yeah. Everyone knows that, I wouldn't say everyone, but a lot of people know that, if, Muslims were, every Muslim was plotting to, overthrow the government, something like that, it would have already been overthrown because there are lots of Muslims all over the world. So, it's ridiculous to think that, every Muslim is like out to, overthrow the government or incite revolution or employ Sharia law or something like that. These are all really ridiculous ideas. So, but really, what's going on is something more deceptive and a lot more sinister. And everyone is really suffering. The people calling themselves, or the people who are Islamophobes or anti-Sharia or something like that, they're as much the victim of this misinformation campaign as the average Muslim. only we're getting the rough end of the stick, and you know, it has led to people being hurt in our communities. It's led to people being killed, and it's really time that the Muslim community wakes up and sort of takes measures to protect themselves, not just physically, but also in terms of the psychologically and spiritually. There are a lot of issues that are in the Muslim community because we are human that aren't being addressed because we have to address all this stuff about terrorism and jihad and stuff like that. So that's kind of where
constantly keeping us off balance.
Yeah. So that's just where I stand with it. That could probably be another topic of conversation too.
Well, Imam Maurice, I thank you for your time. We definitely somehow have to do a part 2 of this because it's so many layers, so many topics. But I just wanted to get your perspective because you have a lot of knowledge on the history of Islam. And now that you're in Egypt, which is a continent in Africa, I want to keep reiterating that you have a first-hand view and observation of what's going on, and then from you being born in America. So somehow, maybe through all this technology, I think they got a thing now where you can interview someone on Facebook and you be anywhere in the world. So maybe we can do a part 2 of this since you get ready to go back to Egypt. I pray God willing that you have a safe trip back there, and God keeps blessing you and your family. So ending out again, The Hour of Power by Shareef Hamid. Go to that channel, subscribe. I will, God willing, put this wonderful, insightful, educational message on there for the world to see. Again, Shareef Hamid, Hour of Power. And this is my good brother Imam Maurice, who is in Egypt right now, but he's in America right now visiting. We're currently in Durham, North Carolina at the historic Ar-Razak Islamic Center, the first mosque in the state of North Carolina. So this is a very historical site. I leave you in peace. To my Muslim family, Assalamu alaikum, praise the Lord. To my Christian family, Hotep. To my Black Conscious family, Shalom. To my Hebrew Israelite family, and what's good to you. To my people in the street, it all means peace. I hope you learn from this message, and inbox me and click the link below if you want to contact me for a lecture somewhere in your city and town to spread this message, which is designed to free the mind, body, and soul of our people so they can be elevated to the place where they belong. I leave you in peace as I came.